All right. Now, as an INFJ, how can I connect more with the needs of my inner parent and adult self? Usually, I assume that anytime I become triggered or emotionally reactive, that it's my inner children who need some support. But I'm starting to realize that my grown-ups have needs too. How can I distinguish how can I distinguish the difference? Fantastic question. So first of all, I just want to say that with your top two ways of being, so with your adult self, which is the most practiced way of you, and with your inner parent, which is usually the second most practiced version of you, with those parts of you, it's like fish in water. You are so good at using those parts of you that you may not be able to even be aware of the fact that you're using those parts of you, okay? So you might be, I used to think this, and this is really obnoxious, like I get it, but I used to think that, if I have a piece of knowledge, that everybody else should have that piece of knowledge. So whatever I know, everybody else should already know that. And I assumed that because of my inward facing intuition, making those data points. Remember, this is my life, this work is my baby, this is my child, this is my lifestyle, it's my life. So I do this all day, every day. So I have all these different data points, I collect all kinds of information, I meditate on that, bring that information together, and then make deductions on that. And because I have that skill, it was very obnoxious of me to think that everybody else should have that skill too. And if they didn't, then there's something wrong with them. Why don't they get this? What's wrong with them? Now, what you do in that situation is, or the easy way to kind of recognize what you're really good at is, what are the things that annoy you about other people? If you can recognize those things that annoy you about other people, that generally shows you that you're really good at something specific, So let's just say that people can't make intuitive connections, and that's annoying me because I'm really good at that. I'm going to write down. What annoys me is that I have to explain this to people, like over-explain it, and they still don't get it. Like, why aren't they getting it? That annoys me. Now I can say, hang on a second, that must mean that one of the top parts of me are actually feeling that, superiority in these ways, and I need to kind of get off that superiority piece and just say, okay, I'm really good at this. How can I nurture this side of myself consciously? So how can I meet the need of my inner adult self, of my inner parent? How can I get that? So you're an INFJ, so your adult self is inward-facing intuition, and your inner parent is outward-facing outward-facing feeling. So what we want to do with those, what are important things for those, is that you get to collect information, and you get to create those data points, and you get to talk, not necessarily talk about with other people, but that you get to think, and you get to try and envision different insights, and write those insights down and order those insights. So that's going to be really important to your adult self. So where in your day are you going to prioritize that activity? And then for the outward facing feeling for the INFJ, inner parent, what it needs is outward facing activities, emotional connection. So are you booking into your week meeting with your best friends and talking to them and just chilling out with them? And are you consciously asking for people to give you positive feedback because you know that nourishes your outward facing feeling? So those are the kinds of things that you need to do. So just recognize what the functions of those different people are, how they function, and then how they can feel honored and respected, and then schedule that into your diary. So let's be creative about it, but also pragmatic. The same things for INFPs. I just want to cover this because question asker was INFJ, but I don't want to leave our INFP friends out of this question. So for INFPs, we're looking at the adult self being inward-facing feeling. So what that means is that you need to have space in your week to have any repertoire of feelings that you feel, happiness, despair. You have to have space to be allowed to explore any emotion that you want to explore. That is important. Schedule that into your diary. If it's the first thing you do every day, that you watch a video or think about a person or meditate on a situation that's emotionally meaningful for you, then you allow yourself to be in that space and really go into it, and even maybe just write things down for yourself on how you're feeling, and allow that, but prioritize it. And for INFP, inner parent, which is outward facing intuition, now we need to look at options. We need to look at possibilities. So you need to give yourself an opportunity to think about what possibilities might be lying over there. So whatever topic you enjoy, so let's just say that somebody's really into politics, you might go into, okay, so that's possible outcome, that's possible outcome, that's possible outcome, that's possible outcome. Or if you're into horses, you might go like, how do I problem solve, or not even problem solve, but how do I crack this nut? This horse is having this behavioral issue. Could it be that? Could it be this? Could it be that? Could it be this? So you allow yourself time to explore your thoughts and your ideas, because that's where the innovation really comes from, especially for INFPs. So I hope that answers that question for you. I think we have time for one more. Any questions, comments, confusions, just pop them into the comment section below this video.